I worked on that tour. Um, Big fan. I said I'll do it with no payment. A runner, gopher sort of person, getting things and just rigging things up and getting told screw that onto this, and I a roadie sort of thing for nothing. And he on that tour there, I was there behind backstage, and see the way he's sort of commanding the place, but then he's sort of having a laugh. That's exactly what he's like in real life. He never switches off of that, and he's a sort of laid back, really chilled out guy. He spent a lot of time in LA, but at the end of the day, everybody knows, even though the band's called Whitesnake and it's all co-written these songs and things like that, he's very much a boss. Everybody knows he's the boss. He doesn't pull his weight, he doesn't throw his weight about. But when it comes to it, a decision's got to get made. Like, should we this day on the tour? Should we go there? It's just that we're on a wee bit behind with thingy. Should we do thingy's no well? Everybody goes like that, and I've watched this. They go like that. David, what should we do? And we go like this. I think we should do it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But he does it with a smile. He's the skipper. He's the gaffer. I said to him, uh, I came round a corner. Even though I'd walked to him and spoke with him, I came round a corner in one of the corridors in one of these venues, right? And he came round by himself. You just don't expect him to come out the dressing room. He's normally here, and you can normally expect him at this time, at this period, at the event, backstage, before at rehearsals, tech rehearsal, sound check, and things like that. He's normally got a group of people around him. Talk to people, what's coming up next, the next night, and all that. He's always talking. But I was just sort of like, kind of in a bit of a daydream, walking down the corridor, and one of it was the Newcastle Royal Auditorium in Newcastle. If any of you are in Newcastle, you'll know. And I was walking down the corridor, grey concrete sort of corridor, backstage, during the day at the sound check, and I kind of look up, and he comes round the corner. He comes round the corner, walking by himself, to, I don't know, go to the toilet or go round to the front of house or whatever. It was just weird, and even though I'd spoken to him before, I went fucking bright red. Even though we'd work together, and I'd say, Mr. Coverdale, Mr. Coverdale, do you want to check the mic just now? He's always saying David. I always forget. I always just call him. I go David, and then I go back to Mr. Coverdale. But it's because it was just me and just him, and I went fucking bright red. In like the 5 seconds it took to walk past him, that's how I went from fucking 0 to bright red. And as he walked past me, he looked at me, right? And I didn't know if he was going to say something, if I was meant to say something, but I just kind of went silent, right? And he kind of went like that smile that he does. And as he just went past me, he went like like that. And you might think that's a kind of like he's laughing, ha, look at you getting a beamer. But it was a kind of laugh meaning, the way I read it, it was a kind of laugh meaning, don't worry about it, it happens all the time. Like that, don't worry about it. Fucking bright red, man. Bright red. And that aftershave. That aftershave. Spellbound. That's a completely, completely true story. Utterly